Hello my beautiful little apple pies out there, and welcome back to my channel. And if you're new here, hello, welcome. My name is Bree and I am just a crazy lover of all things makeup, all things fun and glittery, and I like to post a lot of makeup content, a lot of reviews, a lot of colorful eye looks on this channel. So if those are things you like to watch, please hit that subscribe button and join this little family. But in today's video, I'm going to do a get ready with me using mostly high-end products and talk to you guys about my channel, my plans, my future low buy and things like that, and just hang out for a little bit. So if you are interested in seeing and hearing all of that, then keep on watching. Alright my loves, welcome. I am ready to get a little bougie and create a glam look. I'm feeling a little extra today. I have a lot of pink on, and I just got my order from Mcgrath, and I was like, I want to put this on my face and let me pull in some other high-end makeup and create a look and do a get ready with me. So I'm going to just dive in. I'll link all the products below and we're just gonna have fun. If I forget to mention what I'm using, it'll be in the description, because I'm gonna be talking a lot about things I want to do on my channel and kind of get you guys feedback and let you guys know like my plans and what I'm trying to do here. So I did prime my face already with the Fenty Pro Matte Filter Primer. And I'm going to go in now with the Mcgrath Skin Fetish Sublime Perfection Foundation. I already had this in my collection and I haven't used it in a while. So I thought, hey, let's do it today. This is in medium 16. And hopefully this is not too dark for me, because I am losing all of my color, all of my tan, because we're going into winter. Yeah, this might be a little dark. This is more of my tan shade. But we're gonna make it work, okay? We're gonna pretend that I have a tan and have some fun. So I really do like this foundation. I'm pretty sure I've talked about this and raved about this foundation with you guys before. It's very thin, but it's so natural on the skin and it feels really good. You know what? Let me zoom you guys in a little closer though, so you guys can really see what I'm doing. But I do like this. You do kind of have to layer it up if you want more coverage, but I am planning to go on a low buy, and I mentioned this before that I was going to do a video talking about this and how I'm trying to reel in the purchases, because this year and last year I feel like I've just gotten so out of hand with purchasing makeup and having this need to just always have the new stuff, new one. I know I do reviews, so I buy a lot of makeup for that, and you know, I like to talk to you guys about the new stuff, but I feel like a lot of the older stuff in my collection is getting neglected and that my collection is getting overwhelming. I am planning to do a like declutter and collection video. I'm gonna start working on that. I try to do that like once a year so I can go through my makeup, and that's usually when I realize I have so much makeup and there's just so many things that I don't use because I'm always reviewing new stuff. So I want to just work on playing with the stuff I already have. Of course, I still want to do reviews, but I just don't want to buy as much as I normally do because I don't have to review everything. Just like pick the things that really stand out to me that I'm actually going to use. I feel like sometimes I just buy just to have it, or I could complete my collection. And that's just not something I want to do anymore. I want to stop hoarding makeup and actually like really use the stuff I have. So I've just been realizing that I'm just doing too much, and I could probably save so much more money if I didn't buy as much makeup as I normally do. So I am trying to figure out how I want to go about this low buy, because I didn't want to do a no buy because I just knew that wasn't realistic for me, especially with my channel, and I don't get PR, so I wouldn't have anything to review if I didn't buy anything. But I was like, you know what? I need to like give myself a budget. Like this is all I can spend on makeup every month, and I'm trying to figure out what that budget is. Let me do my concealer before I keep going. I'm using the Mcgrath Concealer. This is my first time trying this one. I've heard a lot of good things about this, so I'm excited to try this. This is an LM13. I got like a little set during the sale where it had the concealer, the powder, and their concealer brush. So I'm going to use that. I've always wanted a brush that was shaped like this. So the color looks good. I forgot what the description of this was. It might have been like light medium with a yellow undertone. And I like to use yellow undertone concealers because it brightens under the eyes. And we're going to use this brush. But anyway, so I think my budget, and this might sound like large to you guys, but I think I'm going to like budget where I can only spend $100 a month on makeup. And that seems maybe high for some, but for me that's pretty low compared to what I normally spend on makeup. So that would help if I want to like, you know, buy a new palette or buy a little bundle or buy a new face product. I just didn't want to like be like, I can only buy one palette a month, or I can only buy one thing of this a month. I wanted to just give myself a budget so I can decide what I want to use with that. But I do also want to reel it in on buying palettes. That's what I buy a lot. And like foundations and skin tints is another thing I have way too much in my collection. I mean, I have way too much of everything, but you know, I just want to limit how much I can spend. And normally I could spend like, I don't know, $400, $500 a month on makeup. And that is just too much. That is way too excessive. So I was like, I'm gonna do a budget. I'm gonna say $100 a month. I'm covering my eyelids too. I really do like this brush. It really gets up under the eyes, and the concealer looks really nice. I think the shade is fine. It's a good color too, and it blended out really easily. Wow, this looks really nice. It gave like medium coverage, I would say. So I did also pick up the powder too. Like I said, I got it in a set, and I got mine in the shade medium. It looks really pretty. Like it's gonna have like a soft focus effect to it. So I'm gonna use that to set my under eyes. Ooh, it's really powdery. I feel like this is something you would probably go through like really fast. Wow, there's like a lot of kick up on that. And it is kind of dome shaped, so I'm assuming maybe this is kind of like a baked formula. Like a baked powder. But I'm gonna use that to set on the eyes. I also heard really good things about this powder. That's why I was like, you know what, let me just do the set. Because I've been wanting to try this forever, and the sale was so good on Mcgrath's website. I think like if you spent $250, you got 35% off, and that's what I did because I also purchased some like Christmas gifts for people, and I'm like, ooh yes, let me get me something too while I can before I start limiting myself. So that looks really nice. It has a really soft focus look to it. Now, I do crease under my eyes no matter whether I powder or not, but I do like how soft it looks. Ooh, I'm dropping stuff, and it feels really soft. So I'm also gonna use the Patrick Ta bronzer. I'm pretty sure I've used this in a video, but you know, Patrick Ta is a little bit pricier of a brand, and I'm just gonna use the powder because I totally forgot I wanted to use the cream in this, and I already powdered my face. So with that being said, doing a low buy means I'm gonna have less things I'm gonna be reviewing on my channel. So I was like, you know what? Maybe I should do more shop my stash, you know, play with older makeup. And I feel like I've been getting comments of people being like, I love seeing, you know, people use their other makeup and not always doing new, because not everybody is buying makeup like people do on YouTube. Some people are like, even though it was released months ago, they just bought it and it could be new for them and they want to see people using it, you know? So I think I'm gonna do shop my stash videos, maybe do a project pan, because I feel like there's a lot of makeup I need to use up. And I wanna know, are you guys interested in watching those kind of things? Because I love watching project pans. I love watching shop my stash or things like that where I can also focus on using makeup. But you guys will have to let me know. I know most people really like to just watch the new stuff, and that's what's in, that's what's popular, that's what people really want to see. But I mean, what about people who just want to see things that they already have be used more and get inspiration? So I was like, let me get your guys' feedback on that. And you know what? I might just do it anyways for me and for what I enjoy talking about, and just help me use the makeup I have and buy less for review. So that is a plan for my channel, to find ways to incorporate you know, the makeup I already have and do more creative things like that. So yeah, that's what I'm thinking. So let's go on to trying some of these cheap products. This looks so beautiful. This is the, I think this was like their holiday blush palette that they've come out with. This is the Divine Blush Plus Glow Trio. And I got mine in Galactic Sun, which is the lighter one. There is a palette with like deeper shades in it, but I was worried that the shades might be too deep for me and that highlighter in the other one was gonna be too deep because I was originally gonna buy that one. But this is what it looks like. This is beautiful, and I've been wanting to try her blush formula, and they have one of the shades that I wanted to buy as a single. So I was like, I might as well just get the actual blush palette since there's a sale. So I think I'm gonna actually use the other one though. This is called a Divine Rose. I feel like this is gonna match the look that I have in mind to do. So I'm gonna get in there. I heard these are really nice. Like the formula on these are really, really nice. So let's see. This is like a nice little mauve-y blush. And it's actually going on kind of sheer. So this is probably like one of those more like buildable formulas. You can share it out, you can build it up as needed. I hate blushes that you have to worry about them being too pigmented on like first go, so then you have to sit there trying forever to sheer it out. I like more buildable formulas, and this one has kind of like a little satin sheen to it, which I love. I love satiny, sheeny blushes. I do think that looks really beautiful. Has a nice little glow to it, and it's not overboard, and it just blended really, really nicely. And the highlighter looks really pretty in here, but I'm going to use a different highlighter that I picked up from the site. This is called Golden Nectar. I just want to see what this looks like. Oh yeah, this is pretty. It looks kind of like a champagne, but a little peachy. Oh, that will work for my skin tone. But the one that I wanted to use is their new release. I think this is for holiday. This is the Skin Finish Sublime Skin Highlighter in Lunar Nude. And this was $60 at regular price. And I was like, wow, this better be worth it. I don't normally spend a lot when it comes to like individual highlighters, but I was like, you know what? I heard such good things about this, and look at that embossing. Like, I won't lie, the packaging on this is so luxe. It's so heavy, and it's really pretty. It just feels nice going in with like higher end makeup. You just feel a little bit, you know, more glam, I guess. I don't know. There's something about using high end makeup that makes you feel a little bit more special. They only had one shade too, so hopefully this works on different skin tones. I'm assuming it's supposed to be like more universal, which I don't know how a highlighter can be universal, but I'm gonna go in it. Hopefully I don't mess up the embossing, and I'm just gonna see. I heard it's like super stunning highlighter. So let's find out. Is it? Is it? Is it stunning? It's pretty. Ooh, it's gliding on the skin really nicely. There's just so many like more affordable highlighters that I think are amazing. So it's kind of hard to be like, okay, this is worth being this expensive. But man, do you see that? It glided on really nicely, and I feel like it's not enhancing texture at all. Okay, this is like a pretty champagne. Maybe has a little bit of pink to it. It looks like it has a little pink to it in the pan. Now, I don't know if this would work on all different skin tones, because to me it's kind of light. But maybe in a deeper skin tone, or maybe this would be like a really beautiful like blush topper. But this is going on beautiful. I'm not gonna lie, the finish of it is really pretty. The tone is really pretty, and I do like how it looks on my skin. And I love something that can be smooth, that won't enhance texture, because I do have very textured skin. Yeah, I like, wow, I look very highlighted. I wouldn't say the shade is very unique, but the formula is really pretty on this. So I'm gonna do my brows off camera because I don't have any new brow products and nothing that's like in the high end range, and I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. My brows are filled in. I did prime with the MAC Painterly Paint Pot, and this concealer brush from Pat McGrath did a good job at putting eyeshadow primer on, like blending it out. So I'm gonna go into the retro palette from Natasha Denona. I wanted to do another look with this. I only did one look on my channel with this palette, and I did do like a first impressions, swatches and all that. I'll link that video below. I'll put it up in the corner if you want to check that one out. But I wanted to play with it again, and it is, like, you know, more high-end makeup, and it's one of the newer palettes from Natasha Denona. So I have a look at mine, so I'm just gonna start getting into it. I'm gonna go into Rebellion and create like a big wing shape. I saw this look and I was like, I really want to try this, so hopefully I don't mess this up. But I'm gonna just start carving out where I want the shape to be. So I do have hooded eyes, so I want this to be above, slightly above where my like eye naturally creases when I open it. So I'm just doing that. But yeah, so like I was saying, I just have a lot of things I want to work on for next year. Like I said, I'm gonna start doing my declutter and like collection videos very soon. I think I'm gonna start off with like foundations and then work my way up to the palettes, because that's the biggest part of my collection. And last year I did the palettes first, and that was too much. But I need to get rid of a lot of makeup because I have a shelf back there and I want all my shadow palettes to fit, besides those small ones that I have in a drawer, to all fit there, and besides the ones that are sitting up top, because I don't want to have to get additional space. That's telling me I just have too much. There's enough space on those shelves and up top and in my drawer to fit all the makeup that I need. So I'm gonna try to do a ruthless declutter this year and just get rid of a lot of palettes, give them away. I gave a bunch of my stuff last year away, so I'm gonna do that again. I do have some friends that like makeup, more on the neutral end, but I'm going to give them some more makeup because these things need to go. I need to get rid of a lot of foundations, and I just can't wait to clear out some stuff because this is ridiculous. I can't fit all the makeup on my shelf right now. Also, I was thinking another cool idea for a video is do like daily makeup drawer video where I rotate my makeup, and every 2 months I switch it out and I show you guys what I'm gonna work on using. And I feel like that would help me really use my makeup if I kind of rotate it out. So that's another idea, but of course I want to make sure those are things you guys actually want to watch, because you know, new usually is what people want to see. And I'm just also bringing that shade down here too. So I did the other eye really quickly. I think they somewhat match. I mean, my eyes aren't symmetrical, so it's not going to be perfect, but it's good enough, you know? Good enough is enough on this channel. So I'm going to take the Pat McGrath Concealer and I'm just going to carve out here just to make it look a little bit more precise, where I'm going to lay some shimmer from this palette. Just want it to look more cleaned up. So I'm just going to carve out the shape in here and lay down concealer everywhere in the inner part. Concealer is done. I did tap a little bit of glitter primer over my lids too, because I'm going to go in with this psychedelic shade, which is a little bit more flaky, but it's a beautiful baby pink shimmer. And I want to lay that all in the inner portion. So I just want it to be as like shiny and metallic as possible, and to, you know, also avoid fallout because the shade is flaky. But I'm going to lay that all over the lid and just create a stunning little shimmery lid. This is such a pretty shade too, so I'm gonna just go slowly, just try to be as precise as possible with this shade. I think this looks cool. What do you guys think? I know the eyes don't match perfectly, but I think it looks pretty good. I'm going to just take a little bit of Mod right here, and just use that up here on the brow just to brighten things up. I usually don't do this step, but I'm feeling it today. So this will also help clean up the edges too. And then I want to take a little bit of the Mod shade the really, really light, almost white shade. It's a really, really light pink. And I'm going to use that in the inner corner just to brighten. I want the main focus to be the shimmer on the lid, so I didn't want to put anything shimmery in the inner corner. Just going to put that there. Okay, that's it for the shadows. I love how this turned out. I think this is so fun and so glam. I'm going to use these Chanel mascaras. This is like a mascara base and the Intimidable Intense Mascara, since these are the only like high-end like bougie brand mascara that I have. So I'm going to use that. I'm going to put on the base really quickly. Now I'm going to go in with the mascara. I do think this is a nice mascara. I did get it as a gift. I don't know if it's necessarily better than other mascaras that I have that are more affordable. I do think it's nice. It does give like a lot of length, especially like with the base. So I do think it's nice. I do also really like Dior's mascaras. But normally at the end of the day, I don't know if they do anything more than you can get with like a drugstore mascara or something that's more like in the mid-range, but it is nice. It is nice. I do appreciate that I got this as a gift because it is really pretty on the lashes. Alright, so I finished up the mascara off camera really quickly. I did tightline a little bit with the Nabla Cupid's Arrow in the black shade. And I went in with this gel liner from Lethal Cosmetics and Phase. It's a like reddy shade that matches the shade that's doing like the outline on the lid. So I went with that in the waterline. But that was everything for the eyes. So I'm going to do my lips now. I'm going to use this lipstick from Pat McGrath. It's a like little mini size one. This is in 1995. This is also my first time using any kind of lip product from Pat McGrath. So I thought I would just use that in the look today. So I'm going to go in with this. This is in their matte formula. Their matte something. I forgot what they call it, but this is, I think, perfect for this eye look. It's more of like a pinky nude. Like a nudie mauve cool tone pink. That's how I would describe it. I do really like this lipstick. I love the color. A more like cool tone mauve pink. I think I went with the eye look really nicely. It's very opaque. It glides on really nicely. I do like this lipstick. It's really pretty. Okay, got you zoomed out. Time to wrap up this video. I love how my makeup turned out. Like my skin looks so pretty, glowy and natural and satin-like. I love how the eyes turned out. I love the lip color. I think the concealer is really nice from Pat McGrath. I thought the powder was nice and soft, very finely milled. I do feel like I'm going to go through that product a lot because it does like kick up a lot in the pan. And I don't think there's that much in here. There's 0.14 ounces in here, so I'll probably go through that like nothing. I do love the Pat McGrath foundation. I've always loved that. And of course, I love the retro palette from Natasha Denona. I love her eyeshadow formula. And as far as the like cheek products, this is beautiful. This is really pretty. I think the shades in here are going to be perfect for my skin tone. I really like the shade that I use. And swatching this Golden Nectar highlighter, it looked beautiful. Can't wait to use that on the cheeks. As for the highlighter, I think it's pretty. I think it looks really nice on the cheeks. It's very smooth. It doesn't enhance texture. It's a beautiful glow and shade. I don't know if it's necessarily worth $60. Like the packaging is really nice. It's a little weighted. It is more luxe looking, but I feel like this is maybe worth more of like a $40 highlighter, maybe a $35 highlighter. I do feel like I have things that are cheaper in my collection that look just as good. So I don't know if it's really worth that price, but you know, it's all personal preference what you think is worth it or not. But I do think it's really pretty. I also do think the concealer brush is really nice. It's really small. It's easy to get up in there. It spreads out eyeshadow primer really nicely. So I'm happy I got that in a little set. But anyways, guys, that was everything that I wanted to use on my face. And I got to talk about pretty much most of the things I wanted to talk about, like what I'm planning to do on this channel, my future low-buy videos that are coming soon. Please let me know in the comments below, what do you think of this look? What do you think of my channel ideas as well as my low-buy? I would love to hear from all of y'all. And if you're new here and you like this video, you enjoy makeup content, please hit that subscribe button and join this little family. I'd love to have you here. Also, don't forget to check out the description below. I'll have all the products linked that I use. I will have other videos of mine that you might be interested in, as well as my other social media platforms. I'm also on Instagram as Breezy Lifestyle and Breezy_beauty. If you want to check me out over there, I would really love that. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for being here, for supporting my channel. I really appreciate all of you, having you guys here. I'm very thankful for the audience that I do have, but I do hope you have a wonderful holiday season, a wonderful day, and I'm just sending you so much light and love. But until next time, bye guys.